How's everyone doing tonight? Thanks so much for joining me. I'm just really testing out some new stuff in StreamYard, so it's pretty exciting, having a lot of fun there. And then, of course, all the chaos that goes on during that countdown. Like, my palms are sweating like crazy, trying to get all the messages out, rally the troops, get everyone in here so we can get into it. So I have a little intro that I'm very proud of, that I worked hard on this afternoon, being really creative to get this live stream together and the whole purpose of this. But I'm going to get into that in a second. I need a fan to dry my palms out. Anyway, all right, so let me show you guys this. This is pretty cool. I'm going to mute my mic. I'm so proud of that. And this is something I knew I kind of learned today. So I will be interested in sharing with you guys how to do that if you're interested in trying out StreamYard for live streaming wherever you are. I found it's the easiest, most intuitive, and like learning these little things so easy. So if you're interested, I do have a referral link. It's going to be pinned below the video, either in the description or in the replies, comments, somewhere. You're going to find that link. And what that does is it gives you $10 off if you do a paid subscription with them. And I'm doing the $25 a month subscription. And if you do that, then I get like $5 or something that gets used towards my subscription. So it does help me out like quite a bit if you do use my link. And you also get that deal to try it out. So I highly recommend it. And they also do free trial and stuff. So absolutely do that. And I'm happy to do some tutorials of all these cool things. So right now I have to get back on track to what the heck I want to talk about, because this is like a new concept that I came up with that I'm really excited about doing. And first, I'm going to show you the QR code here that will take you to the page I created on my website. You can sign up and you can get access to all the replays of the videos. You can get also access to the replay of the Afterspace, which is going to be happening at the end of the live stream. We're going to go on to X Spaces, which is, if you're not familiar, it's very similar to Clubhouse. And we just have a live discussion. So for the live stream, it's just me kind of like talking at you. But during the space, you can get up there and add your thoughts. And I love hearing different opinions on these subjects that I talk about. I'm by no means the expert. I'm just an expert, or a person that can hopefully help all of us grow together. And I'm really enthusiastic about that. So you can go to my website, katebly.com/create, use the QR code here. And I forgot to tell you, I have workbook pages I created for the workshops. So as we go through the workshops each week, 7 p.m., I'm doing them live, so you get to watch it live. But if you can't make it, you go to the course page. You can watch the replay, get the workbook pages. If you're really an overachiever and like homework, kind of like me, I'm just like all in when I get into stuff. And we're going to do weekly motivation, get you a goal for the week, and go after that. So I'm going to take that down. Hopefully everyone had a chance to do that. And some people in the chat, I've got Penny in the chat on YouTube. Hi, Penny. Lovely to see you. She's an amazing photographer in Florida. Just awesome stuff that she does. Very creative. She uses AI in some of her work, which was just blowing me away when we talked last. So I'm excited about that. And we've got Alex Utopia in the chat. Hi, lovely to see you. I'm not going to be in the chat too much today. This is going to be a lot of me just like kind of talking at you, but please feel free to add your questions. If I have time, I'll jump in and answer some questions, but I'd love for everyone to join me in the Afterspace and bring those questions there, because I think that will be really an awesome open forum for questions. So I'm excited about that idea. All right, so that is going to be happening at 8:30. That's scheduled, and you'll find the links wherever you're watching this. You'll find the links in the description, pinned comments, wherever, replies, so that you can RSVP for that. And that's something that you can join if you don't have an X account, you can create one, or it's very easy, and you can participate. And if you're like weird about it, I don't know, some people are weird about it. You can listen. You can just listen anonymously and no one will even know you're there. Or you can jump in and talk and ask questions live. It's very cool. Very cool. It's one of my favorite things on X right now, besides live streaming. I do love live streaming because I don't know, I just like looking at myself on the screen. It's very narcissistic. All right. Then, okay, so we got to that. By next, I have like a whole list of stuff to do because it's just a lot to go through today. All right, let's talk about what the workshop is about today. Let's get into it. And this is definitely a pen and paper type of situation, or have your notepad, laptop out, whatever you use to take notes. I think you'll probably get something out of this no matter where you are, because I am kind of starting at the baseline. So even people who have no accounts or no social media, but are like kind of thinking about dabbling in it, all the way to people who are established, but maybe are in a rut or just looking for different creative ways to maybe start something new or go a different direction or just try something new. And what I'm going to go in today is I'm going to talk about, are you a person on social media or are you a brand on social media? And what that means and what I think that means. And we're going to really go into it. And after I talk, I'm going to give you an assignment to do on your social media this week. So hopefully you can use that to grow your accounts, or just kind of it's like this week, because it's so new, it's kind of like a test post for you. But I hope you kind of get the idea of it. And that's optional, of course. And I always am encouraging you to either tag me in the posts wherever you're posting. Could be I'm on Instagram, I'm on X, I'm on YouTube. Where else? I'm on Pinterest, if that's where you're going. And tag me, or you can share it to me in a DM or something, or email me or whatever, or use my contact form on my website, whatever. And I'm going to each week feature 1 or 2 posts from the people that share those with me, feature you on the live stream so that other people can connect and meet you. Because what I found the most valuable out of social media, and I've been pretty active for about a year, is the networking is just phenomenal. I've met some of the most amazing people, and I want that for you too. And I want all the people that I know to meet each other and connect to, because I think it's just like an energy that we all have and respond to, and we'll connect on that level and be able to grow with each other. I have a reasonably small account, very reasonably small following on all my accounts, but I don't think that is necessarily the point of what I'm trying to do here. I want us to all grow together, right? So we're going to do that. And wherever you are, my primary platform these days is X, just because I really enjoy the features, and a lot of my audience and the things that I'm into are there. But I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on YouTube. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. So it's all these things. And this is going to be how we all connect together. All right. So next, let's see. I think I had another like cool thing I wanted to show. Nope, that's for the end. Nope. Okay. So I did all those cool things. I showed that already. Okay. So we can move on. I also want to say I'm interested in having guests on these live streams, because I can get into the mode if I'm just talking and my opinion's the only opinion and I'm not paying attention to the chat, and maybe people can't make it to the discussion forum and put in their thoughts. So I really would be interested in having guests on and to discuss topics. So if that's something that interests you, please reach out to me, and I'll let you know that next week, I'm like totally blanking. I'm going to look. Next week, the topic will be discovering your unique value. So this week is, are you a person or are you a brand? We're going to figure that out. Next week, we're going to discover your unique value. And you know what that does? That just opens up a whole world of content for yourself to put out on social media. So it's all very exciting. So you don't want to miss next week. That's going to be a banger. That's going to be a good one. So if anyone wants to speak on that topic or has experience with that topic that happens to catch this, please reach out to me, and wherever you're at, find me. My name is my name. I think there's another one, but you can tell. You'll find me. Okay. All right. So we've got that. Next, the call for community engagement. I already talked about that. Tag me, send me your stuff, DM me. I want to feature your stuff. And then a reminder of the Afterspace, which will be at 8:30 on X. And there's links to that if you want to RSVP for that, because it'll send you a notification. Okay. And we're ready to get going. Oh my God. We haven't even started yet. Can you believe it? I'm 15 minutes in, haven't even started yet. Okay, so let's see if I can get this together. I didn't practice this part. I have slides. Okay, let's see what happens. No, I want this one. Should have practiced this. Where is it? I think this is it. Ooh. Okay. Add to stage. Ooh. All right. It shocks me as much as it shocks you, you know, when things are jumping around on the screen. Okay. Okay. This is just the QR code again, in case you missed it, to take you to the page on my website. You can sign up. Then you have access to everything that I'm putting out today, and then into perpetuity until I run out of things to talk about. I think I have a dozen of these already, I already have the content for. So I'll be going for a while into probably Thanksgiving. And then I'll probably have more ideas, because, you know, once you start digging, there's no end to it. So once you have access to that, it'll update every week with the new content. You'll see new stuff added in there every week. All right, let me try this now. This is fancy. Okay, it worked, but is that the whole slide? Yes, it is. Okay, we're going to get into it now. We're going to talk about, are you a person or a brand? This is your digital identity. And you need to think, and what I'm doing here is we're not just talking about whatever your primary social media account is. We're talking about all your social media accounts, because it can be easy to just isolate your one social media account that you use for whatever, and that's your primary one, and forget about the rest. What I'm talking about here today is all of them, because I know you all have more than one. I've got tons. I forgot to even mention Facebook. I'm live on Facebook right now as well. Facebook, and I'll get into all my accounts in a minute, but I'm just making the point. I'm talking about all of them here. And when we talk about if we are a person or a brand, I always like to say, okay, who are you following? What are you following? What accounts are you following? And are they people? Are they individuals? Are they humans? Are they a face? Are they a person? Or is it a brand? Is it a logo? Is it a graphic? Is it, you know, an anonymous symbol? Something like that. So think about the accounts that you actually follow and that you engage with. That's another thing. It's not just you follow them, but the ones that you actually enjoy and engage with, get value out of. Okay. Now think about the brands that you follow. Now, those accounts, do you follow them because of the brand status? We might do that for some big brands. We might be like, oh yeah, that's a cool, they're cool. I want to know when they put something new out. Maybe that's how you follow them. Or is it because you like the people behind the brands? I don't know about you, but when I see a brand account and the you know, the whoever is running the account, the social media manager, goes a little rogue, you know, those are the best. Those are the best posts. I don't care what platform you're on. Those are the best posts, and they're the most fun. And why is that now? Why is that? It's because it's a person now. It's an actual person. And it's kind of funny because they work for this brand and they're going a little off the rails. And it's just just funny, right? And then some brands have caught on to that and they kind of embrace it. There was, so Christopher mentioned in the chat, the Wendy's account is amazing. So I don't know that. Full disclosure, I used to work at Wendy's, so I am actually an expert at Wendy's. Circa 2001, I am an expert of Wendy's. So if anyone needs any help referencing that time period of Wendy's, I'm happy to do that. Another one that I love is oh my God, what account is it? It's like the Oklahoma Wildlife Preserve account. It's hilarious. And it's funny because you can't even remember the brand it is. You just know the account is awesome because of the person behind it, or the team of people behind it that have like gone on that mission. So I kind of just want to make that connection to people that, sure, we want to build a personal brand. Maybe you could word it that way, but ultimately, isn't it just you? Isn't it just a person? And that's what we're really drawn to in like pretty much how we use social media. Because I always am trying to spin it around. Like I'm posting, but I also want to understand how I use social media as a user. Why do I like it? Why do I like this post? Why do I like this person? I'm always thinking about that because that's going to directly influence and help me with my understanding of my own content and what people might like from me. So, I'm by no means perfect at that. I just usually just put out whatever is on my mind. And I'm going to get into that, how I use social media, specifically my style or whatever. Not saying it's the way, but just my style, how I do things. I'm going to talk about that in future workshops too. I'll get into that more. And so then example I put here on this slide is, Apple's main account. We might follow Apple if we're into the products or want to know what they're putting out, but it's all just like corporate and boring and gray with high contrast gradients and stuff. It's like, okay. But who we really actually follow and pay attention to and maybe get notifications for are the people who review Apple products. Because we want to know what a real person, I'm sweating. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, what the real person thinks about the product, right? So the Apple can say everything they want about it. They can tell us all the stats, and that's cool. But we want to know someone who's actually doing something that's either similar to what we're already doing or using it, a use case that we're going to use it. That's who we want to talk to. And this is so awesome. I just want to acknowledge all the people that are watching right now. This is so awesome. I had no idea so many people would tune in tonight. This is my first time doing this concept for the live workshop that I'm going to be doing every week. And I'm so excited. I'm so happy to see so many people here. And I really hope a lot of you will be in the chat. I didn't encourage this at the beginning, but I'm going to encourage this now because this is where you're going to meet the people that you need to connect with, is in the chat for my streams. I'm telling you, these are the people that you want to connect with and meet and see what they're doing and find out what they're up to and network with, because they're all very cool people. It's like, shoot, I can't think of the term I want to say. Maybe it'll come to me. But that's what I've found. Everyone that's reached out to me that watches my streams or is in my spaces and stuff always turns out to be awesome. So you're pretty much, I'm guaranteeing that. I'm guaranteeing that right now, here, live. You can record this, clip it, and hold it against me, in a court of law. I'll stand by it. I'll stand by it. So now I totally derailed myself. But yes, so you should be in the chat. You should be connecting. I know some people are on different channels. We got people on YouTube. We got people on X. We probably got some people on Facebook lurking. You're going to have to maybe try a different platform if there's no one else there. I don't know where everyone finds me. I can't control that. That's, the holy overlord algorithm, and I got to mute my phone. So you have to be cognizant of that maybe you need to go to another platform. I don't want to say you have to do that. Watch wherever you're comfortable or it's easiest. But if you're not seeing anybody, you might want to try a different different place. And you can always find the links for all where I'm streaming, I believe, in the description or my profile. You should be able to find my other links. All right, so that was what I want to say there to everyone watching. Thank you so much. And we're going to go ahead to the next slide here. So I think I just want you to start, really the overall thing of this is like, I want you to think about how you use social media, the accounts that you interact with. That's the whole point of this slide, to understand that how you use it. And then what do you respond to? You know, is it a person or is it a brand? Okay. And that can kind of inform you at what direction that may be best for you. And maybe different for other people. You know, for me, I like to follow real people. Like I really enjoy just real people making awesome stuff or doing weird things, making me laugh, all that stuff. So I just follow regular people, but there's some cool brand accounts too. Okay. Yes, I'm on YouTube. Yes, go on. If I have someone in the chat, Christopher's in the chat, you jumped over to YouTube. So yeah, Penny's in YouTube. Say hi to Penny. She's making some really cool work. And if she's still watching, you can connect with Christopher because he's an amazing AI artist. So check out his channel. All right. So next part of this is now we have to think about our social media identity, how we want to present ourselves to our followers and our audience. You know, is it as a brand? I've done that in the past. I've been just a brand, a logo on social media. It sucks. That's just my impression of it. I enjoy much better just being myself. It's so much easier, so much more relaxed. And this is how, if you are just like not sure about where you should be, what you should be doing, where you should be effective, or putting your energy into social media, this is like the step-by-step to help with that. And I've done this kind of, but I haven't done all of this. So I'm going to be, you know, these steps and then the workbook and all that stuff, I'm going to be doing it too. And I'm going to be sharing that on my social media account. So you can see that, what I've done and what I've found doing these exercises. But in the workbook, I walk through the steps on this, and maybe I should pull up my notes on this. Yeah. Okay. So you list all your accounts, and I'm talking everything. And this is the problem, being like, I'm an older millennial. I have accounts everywhere, everything and everything. So it's almost like doing an account audit to see where I'm at, where am I? And I also have like brand accounts for things I've tried, you know, just random things I've done over the years. Like I did a road trip and I created an Instagram account just for that. You know, I just have stuff all over the place. So the point of this is just to list every account that you have. And I'm a big enthusiast of writing stuff down. You know, it is getting to the point where it's a little like it's disturbing me lately that I have so many papers everywhere. It's getting to that level. I'm ready to hopefully one day soon, maybe, perhaps, get an iPad and I can just like write my notes on that. And then it just like the AI does it. Because right now it's like on the borderline, like fire hazard at this point. But for this, you can print out the workbook and you can do it by hand. I probably can do it in a PDF or whatever editor as well, or whatever, or however you want to do it. But I do learn better writing things. So that's just my recommendation, but do whatever you want. List them all. And then next to that, you can add a category to it. And so is it personal? Like, so for me, my Facebook account, that's like a personal account. That's like people I know, I've met in real life or whatever. It's a very, very specific small group of small, you know, I put this stuff, I'm streaming this stuff to it if any of my friends want to watch, but it's all people I've worked with, I've known, clients, you know, stuff like that, people that I have a relationship with. that's beyond just like a digital thing. So that's my Facebook one is personal or friends and family. Then something like, let's see, what would be like a work exam? I don't know. Instagram for me is like work. That's like, uh, or portfolio, I guess. Instagram's my portfolio. That's how I think about it when I'm on there. And I've been adding, reels to make it more personal, or more of a connection to me. But generally, if someone's like, oh, I want to see your photography, I send them to my Instagram because it has like my photography and some of the websites I've done on there. So that's how I think about my Instagram. And X is kind of just like, I don't know, everything. It's a free for all for there. Just I have I get personal on there. I do a lot of like what I'm doing for client work. I try and share on there, talk about the progress, the processes that I'm doing. I talk about upcoming lives, I'm promoting stuff, I'm marketing on there, I use it for everything. So that's kind of like my catch-all for everything. Pinterest, I use for my website, anything that I want to promote on my website or on my other social media channels, I link to from Pinterest. So I use Pinterest more as a marketing channel. So that's that. And then there's like other categories. There's like anonymous. It could be for strictly for business, and you could think of other accounts that you might have, like if it's on LinkedIn or anywhere. So this is what I'm talking about. Like thinking about this now, right on the spot, I know there's accounts and stuff I'm forgetting. And that's why like writing it down and putting it down and then realizing, oh boy, all these things. I'm just going to take a sip of water. I've been talking for 30 minutes. All right. Make sure you guys are chatting in the chat boxes because you guys all need to connect and know each other. Okay. The next thing about listing all the platforms that you're on, this is how I operate. I kind of just get a gut feeling about stuff. I really trust my intuition on a lot of things, and really just addressing and acknowledging your gut feeling about a certain platform. Like for me, Instagram is just like, I get annoyed when I have to go there to post. The chatting and stuff is fine. It's the DMs or whatever. It's pretty straightforward and easy, though sometimes stuff gets lost in there too because there's all these categories and stuff. But like if I want to post on Instagram, I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. It's a big production. I know I have to set aside 15 to 30 minutes of my morning or day or whatever to just go through the process of doing it because it's just so cumbersome. It is easier, I've found, to do it on the desktop because I can just like copy paste very easily on the desktop. And now you can do a lot of things on Instagram with desktop, but stories, I think you still have to do on the phone. So that's just my gut feeling about Instagram. It's not my favorite place, So I've kind of put it in that category of like, it's okay. It's there. I know it exists. I know I have to be on there at a very basic level, and that's fine. I go on X. It's so much fun. I just have fun. My feed's amazing. I just scroll on there all day. I'm totally addicted. YouTube, that's my chill space. That's my YouTube and chill. Like that's where I'm like, okay, I'm winding down. I want to watch some videos. I want to learn something. I really enjoy it as a user in that capacity. So these are just examples. And Facebook is not, I don't really like Facebook either, but I do like going on there and connecting with people that I do know and my friends and stuff. So I do enjoy that and seeing what my friends are up to, people that I've known throughout my life. So, these are the gut feelings that I have about platforms. For you, it'll be totally different. And then once you do that, you kind of get an overall feel about which ones are the positive ones you have a positive thought of, response to, and that you enjoy. Like the truth will come to the surface on those. Because especially if you have like 10 accounts on the same platform, then you'll see like, oh, okay, yeah, I really like using this platform or I don't. And you can kind of get a feel for that. Because ultimately, the thing here is we want to figure out, what you like using and where you should spend your time. because to be honest, all these platforms have their benefits and they have their non-benefits, whatever word that is. Thesaurus, where are you? Okay. But you know what I mean. They just, they're not always going to be the ones that you want to spend a lot of time on. And you have to be okay with that. You have to just be okay with that and put your energy where it's going to be most effective. Okay. I'm going to take another sip here while I switch to the next slide. Okay. So the next page in the workbook, and this will help people who have lots of accounts. I'm going to have to do this because I have lots of accounts over the 2 decades of using social media. I mean, it just sounds so gross, right? I mean, but it's true. I probably got Facebook in like 2006 or something, 2007, something like that. Wild. And then MySpace before that, I don't even know. I don't think my MySpace's account is around. I should check. All right, so we're going to evaluate our activity now. We've narrowed it down to the platforms that we like using in general. And then you want to kind of analyze how you use it. Look at your activity. What are you doing? How often are you opening the app? Is it every day? Is it once a week? Is it every month or once in a while? Once in a blue moon, you get a notification, maybe you check it. You know, be honest with yourself about how often you use these platforms. There's no point in, like, if you don't just naturally like using it or enjoy it, there's no point, honestly, there's no point in investing your time in it because you're not going to be engaging with the platform. And I'm going to just shortcut to a algorithm hack that's going to be in week 12. If you don't use the app, you're not going to get any traction. Bottom line, if you're not in there commenting and replying and liking and watching live streams and chatting, and if you're not using the features, all the features, if you're not in there using the app, you're never going to get traction. So this is the point I'm trying to make. You have to like using it, because if you don't like using it, you're going to be miserable. And maybe social media marketing isn't for you. And for me, for a long time, it wasn't for me. And I accepted that. And I put a lot of time and effort into my website and made that the place where I wanted people to find me, because that's how I operated. And that's how my customer operated, right? So it's going to be how you use it. It makes things so much easier. And people making friends in the chat, I love that. So, all right. Then once we kind of look at how frequently we open the app, how long are you engaging on the app? Are you on there for a few minutes, just responding, getting out of there, posting, getting out of there, whatever, posting, hanging around, scrolling, or whatever? And then how are you using it when you are using it? Are you liking? Are you commenting? Are you sharing posts? Are you posting? Are you shopping? Like some of these apps you can do shopping on. Are you shopping on there? Are you watching stories? Are you watching videos? Are you doom scrolling? Are you DMing people? Are you just lurking? Are you not doing anything? You're just scrolling and lurking. How are you using the app? Now, you have to understand how you use the app and think about this. Think about this. And once you do, which one do you like the best? It's going to be clear. It's going to be clear which one you like the best. And I'm not saying never post on any other platform. That's another strategy. But when you're starting out or you're trying to refocus your energy or build something, you need to focus in one place and put your energy there. Now, I cross post to stuff just to maintain my account. And that's fine. That's fine to do that. And then maybe once I establish on one platform, I could put more energies elsewhere. But as a person, as a solopreneur, as an independent entrepreneur person, just doing my own thing, putting my energy into more than one platform, like all in, isn't going to work, especially when you're just trying to find a direction and grow a following. So that's what ultimately this all does. Okay, so By the end of all of this, if you take the time and do the exercises and really think about this stuff, um, something will rise to the top. And it may be apparent very easily for you, and it may not for some people. For some people, kind of just phone it in on all platforms and just hope and pray that something's going to come from that. So for people like that, really going through and analyzing will help you figure out which one you should actually be focusing on. And if you're not sure, I can advise as well. Like, you can ask me either in the Afterspace or send me a message or something like that, and I can advise based on what you've thought about yourself or your current accounts to help you. But the homework assignment, or the goal for the week, I'll call it the goal for the week, which will be coming up soon, that will help with this. So if you're not like, okay, I'm not doing this, like, I know 99% of you are not going to, there might be one gold star out there that does this, and that's okay. But I have a goal for you for the week that I think everyone should try and do. All right, so in the next slide, and I want you to think about this too, once you kind of have narrowed down that platform, to look at your influences on that platform. Who do you follow and why? Really pick, like, so the next, I'm going to read the slide before I get ahead of myself here. The next step is understanding, a typo on my own slide, your expectations and how you engage as a user. So again, how you use the platform is like going to help you so much to understand how you need to create for other people. So who do you follow and why do you follow them? Like, pick 4 or 5 accounts on your, whatever your preferred platform is, the one that came out on top after you've done all that work, who you follow regularly and you enjoy, you always interact with, or you're just excited when they post something. There's always those accounts, so you have to think about, what is it about them that keeps you going back? What is it? So we think about, like, what we like and dislike about them, because first of all, not everyone is perfect, and that's okay. But you need to start thinking about, like, what are the things that I really love about what this person does? What is it that, like, really draws me in and gets me excited about when they post something, and about their style, what they're doing, how they're engaging with their audience, all that stuff. And then also look at what you don't like. And you don't have to be mean. They're never going to see this. This is just for you. But there's going to be something that they're doing that you're like, oh, I wish they did this. I wish they had better audio. Or I wish the lighting was better. I wish that she'd wear lipstick, something like that. And all right, Penny wants a gold star. Yes, that's awesome. So you can get the worksheets and do the homework if you want, and then come back next week and brag about how you did it. You'll get a gold star. So you don't think I'm just crazy. She did ask. So yes, think about what you like and don't like about what they're doing. And guess what? This is going to inform you about how you can either, one, improve your content, or draw inspiration from what they're doing. Because it's never about copying, but if you like how a person is presenting themselves or putting videos out, or like how often they put videos out, or how they write, or where they're publishing, or how they do things, you can take that inspiration and maybe apply it to what you're doing. Of course, in whatever content that you want to put out, whatever you fits for you and makes sense for you, right? So this is so valuable to do this as well. And I need to do it because I haven't really thought about this in a long time. And there's some really oddball accounts that I follow that have nothing to do with what I do. And probably doing this work will be helpful for me to figure out, like, okay, what is it about them that, like, draws me in, that gets me interested, that, like, keeps me coming back and getting excited when they post, turning on those notifications so I know when they drop something. And then maybe I can take that, what they do, what I like about them, and apply it to what I'm doing and improve my work. And then also looking at what they do that I'm like, I don't really like that. It's not like turning me off from what they do, but it's like, I think if they did this, it would be better. I can take that idea and put it into my work and maybe even be better, right? So this is how you take from your influences. And then, yeah, what you wish they did different. And here's a thought experiment that you can do for yourself. Imagine if you were able to give them advice, someone that you follow, that you really enjoy their content. Imagine you just had like 5 minutes with them and they were like, look, I'm trying to get better. What would you recommend? What would you say, right? And this could be anything from their actual content they put out to their production, their style, whatever, marketing. For example, here's an example. This is something that always lets me down about people I follow. They don't tell me anything. They don't tell me what they're doing. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know when you're going live because I want to be on that freaking live stream. They don't tell me when they've got something going on, an event. They don't tell me when there's something new that they're doing. I want to know. I'm a fan. I'm into what you're doing. So tell me. And how do how they tell me? You post to social media, no one's going to see that. You know that. You don't see anything, right? You don't see the people you follow. Let's get real. If you go into your feed, you don't have notifications turned on for somebody, you don't see their stuff ever, unless you just interacted with them. So you have people that don't have an email list. You think you're annoying people by emailing them. You're annoying people by not emailing them, because you're not telling them what you're doing. And now they've missed it. So now they're annoyed, right? So like a favorite band comes to town, you had no idea. It's that kind of thing. It's like, great, I'll never see them again. But I didn't get the email about their concert. That's just an example. But it's when people are into what you're doing, that's how it works. And you could just have 10 people that are into what you're doing, but you need to tell them what you're doing, and let them know. So that's one thing that I wish more people that I follow would do differently. And I know it's a lot of work to do that, so it's okay. It's okay. All right, so let's see, where are we at? Okay, we're at 45 minutes in. That's pretty good, pretty good. Oh yeah, so yes, I always do thought experiments, absolutely. I'm a deep thinker, and I'm always forcing that on the people that follow me. So yes, you have to do that. And then Penny, can't wait to share her homework. Absolutely. And I'm going to get into your goal for the week, your post that you can try and do. And you can share that with me. So you can either tag me, like if it's an image, you can tag me in the image or something, or you can just DM me your post, and then maybe I'll share it on the stream next week, and you can get more followers and people can find you. So that's some motivation for you. And that all the people watching, we've got some more people watching. A lot of people have jumped on. You need to be in the chat, connecting with other people in the chat. This is where you're going to meet people. You're going to start connecting with others, and these are the people that want to grow and want to build something here, whatever platform that you're on. So those are the people you want to connect with and get in their world, get in their orbits, and start getting in their comments, in their liking posts and stuff. And this is all genuine stuff. This isn't like, oh, we're in some weird engagement group. It's not even like that. You're going to meet cool people, and you're going to like their content, and you're going to want to like it. You're going to want to share it, because you're going to find some really cool people. So get in the chat and say hi. All of you that are watching, get in the chat and say hi and share what you're doing. All right. Last thing. I'm not done yet. This says thank you. So maybe I'm going to take this down because it's kind of confusing. But this is going to be happening at 8:30. So I'll put this up in a minute, but I'm going to just remove it, and I'm going to go full screen again. Whoa. Okay. The homework. The homework. Okay, if you came in halfway or missed part of the presentation, I'm going to show this again. All this video, you can always watch the replay wherever you're watching it. I'm not going to take the post down. But you can also go to my website and sign up free. There's the QR code on the screen. You can scan that if you want, or you can just go to katebly.com/create, or just my website. You'll see the link and sign up there, and you can get the replay. You get the workbook pages are in there. You also get the slides that I just showed you. So you can go back and look at stuff at your own pace. You can watch the video, slow it down, stop, speed it up if I don't talk fast enough for you. I know people like to do that. Just don't tell me you do that. I can't even imagine what my voice sounds like sped up 2 times. So go there, sign up, and then you can access the courses, all the materials. I'm doing this every week, Sundays at 7 p.m. live. These are live workshops. Nothing's recorded. You can jump in the chat and say, is this recorded? And I'll put it up on the screen, okay? This is live, and you can watch the replays. You can't make it. You can watch the replay. It's all going to be put on this page. And as I go along week to week, all the content's going to be added there. So you can always find it. You never have to hunt it down. No hunting it down. You can always find it here in one place. And this is all built, if you go there and you say, ooh, this is kind of cool. This is all built with Squarespace, and I have Squarespace courses and stuff. So you can build stuff like this. It's very cool if this interests you. Or you can hire me to do it. I do it for a living. So you can always just hire me to do your website if you want to put something together like this. All right, so make sure you get that QR code. We're going to move on now to the homework, the goal of the week. I don't want to call it homework because that's icky for some people. Don't tell me what I sound like at 2x. It's very chipmunk-like. I had a Chipmunks record as a kid. I think it was like the Christmas album or something on vinyl. So I always think of that. I don't know how people can listen to stuff at 2x. All right, here we go. Week 1, goal for the week. Create a post for each account that you have on your list. Now you're going to pick from your winners, the platforms that you like using, that after you've done all the lists. Create a post. Now, I want you to note how you felt about posting. Yes, we're getting all icky with feelings here. Was it easy? Was it frustrating? Was it confusing, etc.? Did you have a good time? Did you have a bad time? Okay. Then go back the next day and look at the interaction and the engagement. And of course, if someone comments or something, get in there and reply and stuff. Don't just ignore the post. But go in after a day, because honestly, on social media, after stuff's done for a day, it's gone. It vanishes. Go back the next day and see what's happening on that. How many views did you get? How many people commented, liked, engaged? And make a note of all that for all the platforms that you find that you like. Okay, and then tag me, of course, or share, DM them to me. And then you'll see, you can make a note of which ones come out on top. Because if you're having a tough time choosing which one you like the best, if you kind of like a bunch of them, this one will help you, because there's probably a platform that you get more engagement on, and it might be because you have the right followers, and it might be because you have just been on it long enough, so you're established, or you're an authority of some kind, or whatever. But this stuff changes over time. Like some platforms you do well on at the beginning, and then you kind of fade off, and vice versa. So this shouldn't be your deciding factor, but it can inform you. So that's my challenge for you, my goal for you this week. All those platforms that you listed out and the ones that you like, all the accounts that you like using or you want to use, post on them, at least one. Post anything you want, an image, video, a long text post, whatever you want to do, and then see what happens. It should be something that is engaging, not just hi or hello world or whatever. Put something behind it, put some enthusiasm behind it, and see what happens. Okay. And I want to see what you post. So if you're not following me or I'm not following you, this is on you. Again, this is all an invitation for you. I'm sharing my world with you, and you have an opportunity to jump in it and participate. So you can follow me, you can DM me and let me know, hey, I followed you. I'm not a weirdo. You can follow me back. I want to do some cool posts. Then I'll be like, okay, cool. I follow you back. So you need to just reach out, make that connection. I'm not going to make it for you. You have to do a little bit of work, okay? And reach out in the chat again. Reach out in the chat. Say hi to people. We've got Christopher and Penny on YouTube becoming BFFs. They're new friends. And I know they're going to be an awesome connection there because what Penny does is makes amazing art, portrait photography art. And what Christopher does is amazing art in his way, his filmmaking. So like they're going to really enjoy each other's work. And then there you go. So everyone watching, you can do the same thing. There's nothing stopping you right now except for you typing in, hey, this is what I do. Let's hang out online, So get in there and do that. All right. So we did the homework or the, let's see, the goal for the week. Okay. And the next thing is I want to just remind you that I'm using StreamYard and I'm doing these things for free. And, I'm not sitting here in a mansion or anything. Like this is like a wall and then I have another wall and like two other walls, so I appreciate any support you can throw my way. What I would love for you to do if you are thinking about live streaming or you're thinking about creating webinars or you're thinking about doing recorded videos where you screen share, I'm going to recommend StreamYard to you. And if you use my link, you're going to find the link either in the description of the video, wherever you're watching, in the replies, in the comments. No, the wallpaper is not the same. I'm going to answer this. We'll just do this. There's the end of the wallpaper. Okay. There we go. A little behind the scenes movie magic. No, it's this, the walls are this lovely gray, light gray, like very light gray. I saw that color and I was like, I'm taking this apartment. I ruined the illusion. Yeah. No, it's just 2 4-foot panels of peel and stick wallpaper. I know. The movie magic is gone. All right, now I have to try and remember where I was talking about. Shoot. I was on a roll there for a second. All right. So here we go. We went for an hour. I wasn't sure how long this would take. Oh, I was talking about StreamYard. So let me finish StreamYard, what I was talking about with that, because that's how you can support me and my channel. If you use my link, that's going to be in the description of the video or in the replies, comments somewhere, you'll find it. You get $10 off, $10 credit towards your subscription. They do have a free plan, so you can just use the free plan for a lot of stuff. It has like a little StreamYard logo, but everything else pretty much works. I use the middle tier plan. I think it's $25 a month, so I don't have their logo. And I'm also can multi-stream to 4 platforms, I think, or 3 or 4 platforms, I think 3 simultaneously. And then I can also bring on guests. So I can be like, here's a link to the stream. And they come on and they can jump on the stream very easily, very simple way to do it. They also have, it comes with 50 hours of storage, which is fantastic. Like, so these live streams are recorded and they're stored. And then what I do, this is awesome. They have a feature as well that will break up your stream into clips. So they can make them into vertical clips. They can make it into horizontal clips. If you're doing like a podcast conversation, it can, the AI it has will find the nuggets for you, but you can also download the entire recording and cut it up however you want. So what I like to do is I download my recording and take out little pieces and make that into content, or I will actually take out the uhs and the pauses that I like to do and make it shorter. You know, usually for like an hour long, I take out like 10 minutes because I do pause quite a bit. And so I encourage you to check them out, give it a try. They have a trial. If they're thinking about live streaming, I just really like their platform because it's so simple. So simple. So use my link if you can. I really appreciate it. It helps me out more than you know. Okay. So that's that. And I want to just thank StreamYard for being awesome because it's very good, very easy. Well, okay, so this is a good point. So there's AI that takes out the pauses, uhs, and ums. In Adobe Premiere, it just does it. It can just a few clicks, it takes it out. It's very easy. So that's what I use, and I think that's some form of AI. I'm not sure, but it works great. Even though Premiere kind of sucks in general, but that is very easy to do. So I like that part. All right. So this is fantastic. If if anyone's got any questions, you can throw them in the chat. I'm just going to talk about the Afterspace a little bit. That's going to be coming up at 8:30. I don't like being on that side. I like being over here. Does anyone else have thoughts on that? I like being over here. This is on X. And if you're not on X, you do need to have an account to join the Afterspace. And this will be an open discussion. You can come in. You can add your thoughts to what we talked about today, whatever you think, and talk about it live with me and whoever else happens to show up. Or you can just sit there and listen. You can listen to what people say. I'm sure I want to hear like other people's thoughts on all this ranting and raving I've been doing. Like, is this make sense to you? Is it dumb? What would you do different, etc. And I want you to join. You can also, if you want to, you can be anonymous on there. You don't have to be seen, but you can join the space anonymously and just sit there and listen. And it's like a live podcast. It's kind of cool. But if you want to participate, you have to jump in and raise your hand. But you can also just sit there and listen too. And it's this is the way to network too. This fantastic way to network and meet awesome people. I don't know how many people will show up. I'm really excited to see so many people here in the live stream. I wish more people were in the chat saying hi, because I think you're missing out on a really good opportunity to meet some people. But I hope you do come to the Afterspace on X and connect with the people that have been watching, because I know you're going to have some pretty cool content to share with us and talk about. And we're going to talk about, do you put yourself out there as a person? Do you put yourself out there as a brand? Is it some sort of combination of the two? Are you thinking about it intentionally, or you just kind of ended up there, or you thought, oh, this is the only way to do it? Or is there something more you want to talk about? Bring those questions, bring those ideas, bring those thoughts. The Afterspace, it's going to be at 8:30. So it's 8 o'clock right now where I'm at, Eastern time. So in 30 minutes, here's the link. You can find the QR code. You can find the link wherever you are. All right, so I don't see any questions that popped up. So I'm going to shut her down. I thought this might go a little bit longer. I had a lot to say, but I think it went really well. And I thank everybody for coming, and make sure you go to my website and get the workbook and the slides, and you can watch the replay and all that. And make sure you're sharing your posts with me and what you create this week. And we're going to start building and growing, connecting and creating. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, have a great night, everybody. And I hope to see you at the Afterspace in 30 minutes. And I can't wait to meet some of you that are out there lurking. Come on, say hi. Looking forward to it. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.